Okay, hello everybody. So last time we left off at this point. So we have our exterior basement, foundation and ground floor walls. We have a concrete basement floor. We have our footings and a few columns scattered around. Now, what I would like to do, sorry, I'm just going to see, okay, it appears to be recording. So let's get going with our ground floor first. So what I'm going to do is go to the main floor level. And this is a 300 millimeter cast in place concrete slab. So I'm just going to go to floor. I believe it's FL1, and I may or may not have it here. I do, but I'm just going to, in case people haven't got that, I'm going to go from FL2, say edit type, duplicate, and I'm going to rename it to FL1 concrete, sorry, caps lock, concrete floor. And what is the correct naming of it here? Let me close this down. Correct naming of it here is FL1 300 millimeter concrete floor. And I'm going to put a 2 at the end just so I don't get in trouble with the system. Can't have two things of the same name. I'm going to leave the cast in place concrete. I'm going to make that 300. And I'm going to delete this layer and this layer. Compare it to what I want. 300, correct. Hit OK. Hit apply. And hit OK. So now I can draw my floor. Now, what I'd like to do is say pick lines, zoom in, and it should allow me to pick the interior face. No, it's not. I'd like to line it up with the interior face of this concrete block. And so what I'll try instead is pick walls. That should let me do it. So let's find out. Maybe not. Oh, it is. So it's snapping to that line. So I can click it and click it. If that hadn't worked, I could just draw the line or a rectangle myself using those tools. Zoom out here a bit. I'm going to zoom into here. Inside face. Need that right now. And check mark. And I don't want to attach the walls to the floor plate, but I think I would like to attach my columns. So I'm going to go to the 3D view. And you can see them poking up through here. So I'm just going to pick one and say select all instances visible in, no, well, select all instances in entire project would be better. Attach top to base. And now I'm just going to attach it to my floor, and they should disappear because now they don't go higher than the bottom face of that floor. Perfect. So we have that done. Now I'd like to go to my roof level. Okay, and we're going to do the roof, but first I'd just like to set this up so that I can see what's going on. I'd like to see my exterior top of my wall here, but I'm not seeing it, so I'm just going to click on VR. I'm not seeing it the way I want. I just see an outline of something below. So, sorry for the noise. Top level roof. Okay, so we're going quite a bit above. Cut plane, let's make it 100. We don't need to cut quite that high above. And I'd like to see a little bit below. So let's go minus 250 and minus 250. And hit OK. Apply and OK. Okay, there was something else under there, so I'm just going to see if there's an underlay on. There is. So I'm just going to trim that off and say no. Fine. We probably won't change it much at this point, but there we go. Okay, so architecture, roof. Okay, edit type. Duplicate. So I'm going to say R1 And let's just see what the makeup of that roof is. So I'm going to go to the Blackboard website here. R1. And so we have gravel, rigid insulation, asphalt. So back to here. Oh, sorry, what's the name of it? Exterior roof type dash inverted. Okay. Already in use. Okay, duplicate. R1. Exterior roof type dash inverted. Let's say 2, so we don't compete with the existing one. Edit type. So here we'd like gravel, so I'm going to switch this to finish 1. Okay, let's search for gravel. There it is. Hit OK. And switch that to 20 in thickness. Now, thermal air rigid insulation 250. And down here, I think this will be under membranes. Let's go to asphalt. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to find it. What's going on here? Asphalt and bitumen should be in there. What's going on here? Oh, sorry, I just can't spell. Okay, let's bump this one down. And in here, I think we would like metal deck. Okay. Let's make that 175. So it's a membrane. It is structure 1. It's under core boundary layer. Should be fine. Let's try that again. Membrane layer. Oh, it's saying that because I have forgotten to set this to 0, it's unhappy. The membrane layer has to be set to 0. So hit OK. Hit apply. Hit OK. Good. We have our roof. I'm going to pick some lines. There we go. Now, before I hit the check mark, I'm just going to select all of these guys. Maybe not. Highlighted lines overlap. Okay. Give me a break. We'd like to turn off define slopes on all 4 of these. Oh, I'm creating more lines. No good. Okay. Maybe it would be better and safer just to delete that. Okay, pick lines. One more time. Now before I go, I'm going to uncheck define slopes. And now I will do this. There we go. And I'm going to hit the check mark. Okay. Now let's see this in 3D. Okay, it looks about right. It should be sticking up like that. That's okay. Now I'm going to click and I'm going to add a split line so that I can create the middle of it a trough kind of sloping towards the middle of the roof. And so I'm going to click here and go all the way to the middle at the end. There we go. Okay, so now I have my roof. Let's hit the check mark. Lines with highlighted lines are open ends. Okay, what's going on here? So let's delete that. Check mark. Interesting, I'm not sure what happened there, but it does look like it accepted our split line. And so now what I'm going to do is say modify sub-elements. I'll select that split line, and I'd like to move it 180 millimeters lower than what it currently is, because that's how much I need to slope from this end to that end. So this number minus 180, I'm just going to do a bit of quick math here. 4845 minus 180 is 4665. So I'm going to say 4665 and hit enter. Well, this should go, 4665, enter. Okay. And now if I go to my section, I should see that it is in fact sloped. Okay, so our roof is sloped. Good. So now we need to add some parapets. Okay, let's go back here. And I believe the parapets are 750 millimeters above the roof level. I wonder if the drawings will show that to us. Okay, so let's check on a building section. Just going to give this a second to load. So 4500, and the top of the parapet is 5400. I think that parapet's about 150 millimeters, so I'm gonna guess that this is 750 millimeters offset or extended out. So let's just proceed with that assumption. So I'm gonna select one of the walls, select all instances visible in view, top offset 750, apply. Okay, and now we need to add a cornice to our building. So if you zoom in, oops, okay, hopefully this will clear up. So there's a cornice, and so I'm going to go back into our drawing, and to do this we need to do a wall sweep. So I'm going to click wall wall sweep. And I should already have my wall cornice selected. I think it's the only thing loaded in the drawing. I'm going to go in close and select my wall. Okay, seems to be giving me a hard time. I'm going to try that again. Wall sweep. There's one. I'm going to go over here, click on the edge of this wall. There's another one. Now I'm just going to go nice and slow and pan around to get to this wall, and click again. Okay, there's that one. And now this last wall, and click again here. Okay, I think I may have put in an extra one by accident down here. I'm just going to delete that. Okay. And I'm going to save it here and continue in a moment, but I'm going to save this and upload. Hopefully it'll be easier to work with in smaller chunks.